ใจอ่ะมันเคยมีพี่คนหนึ่งอ่ะรุ่นพี่คนหนึ่งเคยพูดกับหนูว่าเบกกี้ตอนนี้อาจจะไม่เข้าใจแต่อยู่วงการเนี้ยมันเจ็บนะเบกแล้วนี่ก็เอ๊ะกับพี่เขาเลยว่าแบบหรอหนูว่าทุกคนมีความรักแบบคอมเมนต์ล้นแบบฟูลฟิลแฮปปี้พี่เขาบอกว่ามันเจ็บนะเบกอยู่ตรงนี้หรือยิ่งขึ้นไปสูงอ่ะอยู่จะยิ่งเจ็บแล้วอยู่ต้องยิ่งแข็งแรงวันนี้เข้าใจแล้ว แต่วันนั้นหนูเอ๊ะกับพี่เขา
Guys, welcome back to BL Drama, your go-to source for the juiciest scandals in the world of BL and GLs. From trending hashtags to sizzling social media drama, I've got it all. Join me as I dive deep into the lives of your favorite stars with exclusive updates, secrets, and interviews that will keep you hooked. Subscribe now, ring the bell, and let's dive into the glitz, the glam, and the scandalous world of BL&GLs. So let's get right into it. So today's video is about the dark side of the BL&GL industry, and what happened to Becky yesterday was like pretty scary. I think that's the first time. No, it's not the first time, because there was an issue with Fuwin when like people also got so close to him that he feared for his life. And I think this is the second time it's happening to another artist, and that is Becky. And this thing, I feel like it is going to get worse and worse, and like I could give like a couple of reasons why we have gotten to this point with the BL&GL industry or fandom. And it's actually sad to see, because I hear like Becky like did cry, like she was that scared that tears started flowing. And as you could see in the video I posted, like she was digging into her palm. She was that scared, so she could have injured herself. Like, as much as fans want to show love, like it's not always like, it's not that deep. What do I say? Like, I don't want to speak on like matters, because I do understand like every fan is an individual at the end of the day, as long as they as long as not as long even though they are like fans, like friend fans, Becky fans, friend Becky fans, Fuin fans, like all these actors, like at the end of the day you are still an individual, and each one of us is brought up differently, and like we have different experiences and circumstances that have surrounded us, that have turned us to the people that we are. So as much as like one person can have fans, like we can have Becky fans, not all of them are like the same. There are still different people in there. So we can't necessarily like put everyone together and say that these people's fans are problematic and these fans are not problematic. Like there are few bad apples every single place, and some of them like just manifest themselves like better or worse than the rest. So I don't know how I can explain this like for people to clearly understand. So until now, like the story has been changing. Like Becky's story has been changing. First, it was the story was out that it was a Becky Stan who is like potentially or like 1,000% obsessed with Becky and was trying to give Becky a ring, and like a dossier or a file on Friend and things that Friend has done that Becky shouldn't do to associate with Friend. And that's why like the other people decided to jump in and make sure that Becky didn't get that file. And then I hear another story was that again, like the person who was very vocal with the red head is apparently a Friend stan, and she pretended to like be like a Becky fan or a Friend Becky fan, and had like previously made statements that she was going to cause trouble at the event. So she was not like trying to protect Becky, like she was part of the problem. Like there are so many things, but at the end of the day, I will say like again, what I said before, like these actors already know prior that they are going to a certain country. They should be able to arrange, even if not them as a person, they should be able to arrange, like if they are going to maybe an event with someone, they should be able to arrange with those people if they can provide like one person who can be able to get gifts from fans, so that when they do get there, like they get their gifts. Or like if they do get to town, they say, okay, this specific date we will send like maybe the makeup or the stylist, makeup artist or the stylist that we have come with will be at a certain location, whereby you guys can all give your gifts and put cards and say what you've left, or go to a certain platform and people should write down everything that they left. If you feel like you can't trust these people and you have to necessarily give your gift to your artist or your idol, then there can be like some sort of accountability. So that will be much better, and all these unnecessary things wouldn't happen. Again, security is very important. The problem with these agencies, I know some people are saying that it was like part of L'Oreal to provide the security, but L'Oreal can't provide the security if Idol Factory hasn't asked for it. So if Idol Factory sees the need to have security, then they can arrange the security, and they can arrange the security with either the airport or with either L'Oreal or the brand that is requesting their artist to be present for them. So at the end of the day, for me, it's still Idol Factory. Idol Factory are the ones who should be in charge of all this. And the fact that there wasn't any security present, it means that they felt like there wasn't need of any security for their actor, which is very like premature to me, because they had seen the crowd that had received Becky in Brazil, and they had seen like they should be able to have someone. That's why they should have like a social media manager who is able to gauge like how people are speaking about like their actor's trip. Because if you see so many people saying they can't wait to see you, if you see so many people like already posting videos on their way to meet her from different countries, and if you see people posting pictures and videos of them already at the airport waiting for her, you should be able to make sure that security is there for your actor. So the fact that you don't do that, it's negligence. It's you leaving your actor or your artist in harm's way. And the GL and BL industry is very big. Again, in South America, in Europe, it's very huge, and in Asia. Like those countries are the countries whereby you don't even have to think whether you need security or not. Even if your actor is getting to those countries at 2 a.m., you do need security for your actors. Because the fan bases there are huge. They are huge. So we need these agencies to stop like cutting costs, because at the end of the day, these fan bases give them a lot of money for them to live comfortably and to run their businesses comfortably. That's why they're always selling things. Like every single day they're selling things. If it's not tickets, it's fan meets. If it's not fan meets, it's like buy our products, buy this. This one is endorsing this. You are always selling. So why don't you have money? Or is security a miscellaneous cost? Like, especially when they are on the clock, because the minute Becky left like Thailand, she was on the clock. She is working. So she deserves to be protected. I know some people will say it's different when it's like on their private time, but I will still say that even in their private time, like those agencies should like be able to provide like their actors with security as long as they are going to public spaces and not private spaces. They should be able to provide security 24/7. I don't care whether they're on the clock or they are not. They need security. And if like an actor denies the security, him or herself, that actor should be able to come up and say that I am the one who refused the security. My agency wanted me to wanted to provide me with the security, but I refused. And next time I will be more careful and make sure that I do have my security 24/7. So that is that. And now I am going to speak on why these things have been happening, why I think these things have been happening. Because I think it was Fourth, and then Fuwin, and then now Becky. And it started with Mimandi, like their actors, Boss Noel and Fourth Pete, like drinking water bottles, leaving them at the venue area, and then those water bottles making themselves appear at an auction site. And then it was like Fourth being followed to his football match, and then fans bombarding him and asking him for pictures and trying to give him gifts and all that. And then it was Fourth again, like his video, him being recorded when in the toilet and it being posted online. Even the toilet is no longer a safe space for these actors. And then it was friends saying, like being photographed and being recorded while kissing at a private residence. And then them being blackmailed with those photos and videos. And when they didn't pay up, those videos and photos made themselves got online. And then now they have been getting this backlash constantly. Although I have been seeing like lately, it has been reducing. I guess the PR thing is working for Idol Factory. At first, I didn't think it was going to work, but I think these interviews that these girls did and like showed how this thing affected Friend is actually working, and people are taking steps back. And then again, there was this Fuwin thing of him like going somewhere. I don't know if it was an after event or just fans supposedly in quotes met him unaware and started asking to take photos of him, and then these photos made their way online for sale. So why is all this happening to the BL&GL industry? I think all this is happening to the GL and BL industry because of how toxic that industry is and how they feed on people's feelings. Again, the fan service. The fan service shouldn't be used as a means of promoting shows. You should be able to act your shows, promote your shows, and trust in your talent. Like, we don't need the fan service. It's not needed. We've seen all the fan service you can give us in the show. Why are you doing it off screen? Like, it doesn't make sense. Are you that insecure of your talent that you feel like the only way you can sell the show is through fan service? Then that means you are in the wrong career path. Because if you're not that secure of your talent and your professionalism, why are you doing it in the first place? So this fan service, and the problem is that if it was just only fan service, then it would have been okay. But the fact that you are capitalizing on fan service and actually making people to actually give you money every single day, and making these people like go and choose gifts for you and feel like they know you better or they know what you like,
they actually start feeling connected to you personally and emotionally. So that's why they will come and argue and say, you don't know her, you don't know him. I know her, I know him. You don't know her personally. But sis, you don't know him personally too. It's just that I'm not delusional enough to think I know the person. But you are. So, and then you go around now after these people like donate this money, they do give you this gift. You go around and like they open an A-list chat, and then you start picking people from that A-list chat and treat them special and start having phone calls with them and start having messages strings with them and make these people comfortable enough to feel like they know you or they are a part of you or they are a part of your family, when what you are giving them and what you are portraying to them is not 100% the real you. So now you give them excuse me, you give them this version of yourself or this notion of yourself that in their head they think that they know you intimately or deeply, and now they do these such things. And then these people, like the information you give them, or now you open like this chat and you give like some people information beforehand, other people, and now it's like a hierarchy of fans. Like this whole thing that is happening is actually happening because the root of all evil is money. And the root of all evil in the BL and GL industry is this BL actors and GL actors with their fan service. And if it wasn't fan service, and if it wasn't like the power and money hungry actors and agencies like this BL and GL industry, I feel like it would have remained poor and it would have stuck to its purpose. And its purpose was to shine light to the community, and it should have advances. It should have advanced and taught people like what people in the community truly do. Like we are forgetting like the main importance of the reason why these shows were to be made or were supposed to be made for in the first place. And it was to push the message. Push the message that love is love. Push the message that there are different kinds of people and there are different kinds of sexuality, and it is okay. Like it isn't supposed to be something that should like separate us or that should differentiate us, and it should be something that we should all embrace. And it is something that we should all, these shows should have been something that we should be able to watch and see. Oh yes, I can see my sister there, I can see my friend there, I can see my brother there, and I do understand like the pain that they went through, because sometimes like these people get it hard to vocalize their pain and to tell us what they are going through and what they went through. So these shows were supposed to be that for us, so that even without them explaining, like we do accept them and we support them and we integrate them into our communities. But that's not happening. Now it has become like a tool to make money and a tool to fast success and a tool for these straight people, allegedly, to use it for their 30 seconds of fame. Like if you are going to put out a show showcasing a certain community, when even the two lead actors, none of them belongs in the community, or even the second leads don't belong in the community, then why are you doing it? Because I do know for a fact that Thailand does have a lot of people in the community. And don't tell me that these people are not actors, or they are not upcoming actors. That's a lie. Or they are not talented enough to be taught how to act and act on these shows. Like, you use like these trans people and you put them at the back end of your shows. You use like this other like different like types of gay men or gay women, and like you make them play second to their community. When they have gone through the pain, they are actually able to get inside and be able to act, and for us to actually feel the pain, because they have gone through it, they have felt it, so they are going to be able to show it perfectly. So as long as like this industry doesn't change its inner workings, like it's never going to like, the fandoms are never going to get better. They are going to get worse and worse and worse. So for the fans to actually change, these actors, these agencies, this whole industry should also change. So you guys tell me what you think about this. Do you think that this whole thing has been brought about by like how like dark the industry is, and how like they use these actors, and like how they use fans, and how it's just like a money making tool and it's no longer used to pass like the right messages? Do you think that's the reason why these fandoms have become this dark? Let me know. So join the conversation. So if you haven't subscribe, turn on the post notification, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.